initially coming into this, I had no clue what I was getting myself into, and then I looked at the rules, and we had to build a boat essentially out of cardboard and duct tape, but only those two materials. If you had any other materials such as like staples or even marker, it wouldn't be viable, or it wouldn't be legal within the boundaries of the rules and competition. And the dimensions, I believe, was 5 feet by 7 feet, and it could be as any height as you wanted it to be. And the whole goal was to go across about a 25-meter pool as fast as possible without sinking. And we built a boat literally over 2 days span, all night long, and succeeded to our expectations. Going into it, honestly, we just wanted something that would float. Not even with people inside it, just to have something that would float. And I think one of the main problems we encountered was not being able to test the boat because we didn't have enough time or resources to do this ahead of time. So going into the competition, we literally had no clue what was gonna happen. So when we first put the boat in, we were so happy and so exhilarated that it actually floated. And then we put people on top of it and it still stayed afloat. And that was probably the greatest thing we could have ever asked for. On the first day of building, more like the first hour of building, there was about 4 of us that was actually present, and we talked about designs with them, and then they said they'd come back later, and they never did. So it was just me and Adam again, just working at it the entire time. This was mainly overnight because we had classes in the morning, so from afternoon to around like 4 a.m. for 2 days straight. We initially tried making a canoe. And the second we folded the sides together to make a canoe shape and try to put someone in it, it just instantly ripped. So we knew that was never going to be an option that we could take. So we looked at the other 2 options, and we sort of combined a simple raft with a pontoon-based side rigging. And we created a box encasing for these artificial logs we created out of cardboard rolls. And then we waterproofed it with duct tape and stuck little pontoons on each side, and hopefully we thought that would actually stabilize it, and it actually did. I think the saddest part about our design was creating ridiculously intricate paddles that didn't work at all. Ripped nearly instantly, and that was a little depressing. Put so much effort into it. Unfortunately enough though, at the end, towards when we actually had to race the boats, the members that were needed, they came and they rowed for us, and that was pretty nice of them.
Although one of those people we had to call.
Yeah, one of our members that rowed wasn't even part of our group, and she just came in and just said, "All right, I'm gonna row," and then she did. It was very hyped. There was a DJ playing some extremely loud electronic style music, so everyone was very hyped, and the crowd was insane. They were screaming and cheering, and I was ridiculously skeptical the entire time prior to us actually racing, but it's okay. We realized that if you just lay down on top of the boat and start paddling with your hands, it was much more effective, and surprisingly we didn't come in last, and that is by far the greatest achievement of my engineering career that is non-existent to date. We didn't come last. I think we came in 5th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in 5th.
In lane number 3, Splash City. Splash City in lane 3. Lane number 4, UTD Anthony in lane 4. Lane 5, PSA, Video Solution. Lane 5. In lane 6, Fly Southwest.
should we just tear this off?
What's up? If you guys don't
Yeah,
want
just
to go,
fucking tear it off.
just throw that up. Y'all can join us.
Should we just rip these off? Are you just gonna rip them off? Yeah, no, just leave it there. Just I think one of the things got crushed on the side. You might want to like push it in, like the little circle thingy.
What are you doing?
With it,
Alright, so we designed our boat to be fast. We weren't trying to make it pretty or win the homecoming award or anything like that. So we knew it needed to be fast, so we made it bi-directional so it could go both ways. And we also made it type of raft style so we could keep it wide and not have to worry about it capsizing. And since we didn't have to worry about it capsizing, we could make it lower to the water. So with that, it took about 2 days or 2 nights to build, about 5 hours each night. We did it right before last year's race. So I guess it took about 10 hours. Yeah, we did it last year. We won it last year. And we actually beat our time with the same boat this year. So we got it down from 45.2 to 44.5. So that's a pretty good drop. That's a pretty good time. I think we get it down next year at under 44.
We did a wrap just because there was a time crunch, so we wanted to do something fast and easier. It took about 6 hours with me and her doing the design. The rest of the time was about maybe 2 or 3 days just working on making the braces and stuff. So it wasn't too bad because we had a lot of people help.
Fresh I am shirt.
And is this you guys' first cardboard boat regatta?
No, it's not. We've done it every year for the past, how long have we done it? 2-3 years. 2-3 years? Yeah.
What are some of the other themes that you've gone with?
We've done Pirates of the Caribbean, and I think we did Despicable Me one year. Yeah. And we also did Avengers. We did Avengers last year.
I think the most entertaining part about this entire boat race was watching other people fail. I know it sounds a little narcissistic, but it's kind of hilarious watching a team get in their boat and thinking it's going to float for a second. They start moving and just sinks right away or collapses on itself. And like the whole crowd would cheer for this. And it's the irony that it didn't float. I think this was an eye-opening experience because I got to work under immense amounts of stress and lack of sleep. And like I was really determined. I wanted this boat to work and float, and like with the whole daunting thought of it maybe sinking right away made me so scared that all this hard work might just be put for nothing. And then when it finally float, I think that summarizes life for me. Like you always feel like you're doing something wrong, but when you finally get it right, that's when you've achieved life and greatness. When you finally succeed. I learned life by making a cardboard boat.